live.
Oh, great. All right. Okay, so this is Palm Gets Wi-Fi. I assume the stream can hear me and all that jazz. This game was made by Brianna Lay in 2013. Some of you might know Brianna Lay as the woman who made Butterfly Soup. If you don't know either of these two games, don't worry about it. All you really got to know is that she is pretty funny. Her writing's pretty good, and that's what really sells this game. So let's go ahead and get started. I assume I can give a countdown whenever.
Yep.
Cool. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this game has a lot of text in it. The basic way to grind through text is there's 5 buttons to grind through text. There's 3 that basically act as accept or an A button. There's 2 buttons that act as a B button. Cancel is what we will call them. Enter, Z, and spacebar all act like the A button. And X and C all act like the B button. So right now we're playing as Palm the Pomeranian. We have a crippling addiction to the internet, but there's a house fire going on, and oh no, okay. Well, we died. We just went to doggy heaven. How unfortunate. Poor went out for my girl Palm, but because she died with her laptop, she gets to take it with her to heaven. So now she has her laptop, but she can't finish checking out all of her websites because there's no Wi-Fi in heaven. So she runs into the other dog at that was also killed during the house fire, being Shibe, the Shiba Inu. And this is a tutorial battle. There's 2 different types of attacks in the game. There's taunting and there's yo mama jokes. Taunting decays over time, so this is 3. Taunting does way more damage at the very beginning, and then towards the end of the fight does a lot less damage. Yo Mama, meanwhile, always does 10 damage. I know it looks like it says that Piner, but it's actually for Shibe. Okay, hardest trick in the game. Nope. Okay, that's fine. The window to do that is 3 frames, and if you get it, it saves 5 frames. So, very cool. So anyways, we're trying to find some Wi-Fi, so we need to get through this bridge here, but there's a whole bunch of dogs here trying to get into the dog park, but you can't get into the dog park right now because the frisbee machine that I guess throws the frisbees is busted and is very dangerous right now. So we need to find a way to get past them. So we were gonna fix the frisbee machine ourselves, and so we're gonna try to hop over this fence. So we're gonna try to stack a whole bunch of stuff onto this rock and get going. Goldie wants to run an errand for us. So we're gonna go talk to Poppy to try to get some dog biscuits. We're gonna go talk to her, and she's gonna go, "Oh, I ate them all." Unfortunate.
A daylight robbery.
Yeah, and she just gives us a Famicom. She's like, "Oh, I don't have any cookies, but here's a Famicom I just have." We're like, "Okay." All right. Will I get Fast Spider? Yes or no?
Yes.
I got Fast Spider, Pog. That spider will move away from Palm. So if you click on it the very first time you can, it saves a frame of text. Right there, I just did the main glitch in this run called frame walking, or text walking, excuse me. And text walking is some text boxes in this game are not handled properly in the way that there's like a small gap between the text boxes. Oops, I just accidentally clicked out of the window.
Insane speed test.
Yeah, so the text walk, basically just some of them aren't programmed correctly, so you can move in between the text boxes, which will save a good amount of walking frames over the course of the run. So we stacked up enough stuff. We stacked up some SAT books, an inflatable dolphin, and a Famicom. And now here's the Frisbee machine. If you hit one of these Frisbees, they knock you out. But luckily for us, there's no hitboxes on the left side, so you can just kind of walk up the left side, no big deal. Going through that without walking up the left side is very annoying. Alright, so this is Huss the Husky. Shibe is very afraid of him. I'm not sure why. Once again, the dialogue in this game really is a great selling point. There's a lot of funny stuff that Palm says, especially.
Palm has quite literally some of the best dialogue in like any game I've ever seen.
Yeah, because this game was made in 2013, and Brianna Leigh in 2013 only had a Tumblr account. Since then, she's on like everything now, especially due to the popularity of Butterfly Soup. So her humor is like 2013 Tumblr, but she says such random stuff that it's funny anyways. You would think it'd be like outdated internet humor, but it's funny anyways, which is very, very nice. Game still holds up 7 years later. Luckily there, if we mash fast enough, we can hold down and always make through that cycle. Technically the Frisbees there can hit us, we just have a good enough cycle that we just conveniently don't get hit by them. Oops. Alright, now here's Chi. So there was solidified dust inside the Frisbee machine, and even though Palm's a pretty small dog, Pomeranian, we needed a smaller dog, so we got Chi here. Oh my goodness.
Frames.
Not the most stellar movement there. Yeah, it says I dropped there like 40 frames. My bad, guys. Alright, so now Huss and Shibe are gonna play some Frisbee, and Palm's gonna make some really gay commentary about them.
I'm a for Joshi, after all, is probably the single worst
Yeah. I honestly,
line in this entire game.
I don't know if there's a worse line in any other video game that's ever existed, to be honest. Anyway, so we found a Star Pugs here. Obvious joke is obvious. But the dog won't let us through to get the Wi-Fi unless we buy something. So we have to go get some dog treats. Luckily there's this Bernard out here, and he's like, hey, I can get you some cookies. I want you to take pictures of a girl I like named Crest. And Palm's like, so basically stalk her. And then Shibe's like, I'm not going to do that. And Palm's like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I really want Wi-Fi. So now we're going to go stalk a dog. Great game. Anyway, so Crest is busy handing out dog treats. So she's giving around to a bunch of people around town. Except we're not going to be a creep. We're actually not going to take any pictures of Crest because we are a good dog. Goldie, when we're trying to get into the Frisbee machine, Goldie mentions how that all dogs go to heaven. There's no such thing as a bad dog, only bad uprisings. Very nice, but that explains how a pervert like Bernard can be in doggy heaven anyways. So, nope, we're not going to take any pictures. Yeah, the save point in this game is a dog called Dave Pointer, which I think is a Homestuck reference, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Alright, so... Alright, text walk here. We didn't take any pictures. Because of this text walk here, Crest's sprite is just going to disappear. Bye-bye. Okay, so Crest was like, oh, hey guys, I know you were following me, but you're just shy trying to ask for dog biscuits. So now we got dog biscuits without actually taking any pictures of her. We didn't have to be a creep. So now we can go back into Star Pugs and actually buy something. We're going to buy a root beer float. That's important later. There's no Wi-Fi. Palm's mad. I'm Woody Fido. Call me Wi-Fi for short. So when the sign said free Wi-Fi, it meant him. Yeah, so Palm gets duped and is very angry. So now she decides that the only reasonable course of action is to kill God himself. So we're trying to get in here to the gates of God. We need the cord keys, which as Shibe says, the pun is really bad. Another
Gate the dog.
Yeah, yeah. They call him dog in this game, like capital D dog, but you know what it means. Another big text walk here. This allows us to get all the way to the loading zone during this cutscene. As you can see where Huss is standing right now, that's where we're supposed to be. But because of text walking, we can just be all the way over here and only take one tile to walk into the loading zone. GRNG. Oh, I would have gotten it too. I didn't trust it. My reaction time not good enough. Yeah, Chi has a chance of moving up or down there, which saves a frame of tile. You can just walk into that building there by walking into the wall. Just works.
Epic.
So we found the cord keys. This York's like, hey, you can't take those. But we have the root beer float, and he's like, dude, I love root beer floats so much. So getting the root beer floats, we get to take the cord keys. Because for some reason, the gatekeeper, the corgi, actually just dropped them into the trash. Don't ask me why. Good Chi RNG there. As you can see what I'm trying to go for.
Yeah, Chi's really nice because they like go clean out the frisbee things, but then they become your worst enemy at this point in the game. Just because they block you sometimes.
Yeah, and it's completely random if they block your path or not, if they walk up or down. That's the only real instance of RNG in the run. Alright, so now Shibe and Huss figure out what we're doing. We're trying to kill God, and they're like, dude, maybe don't do that? That seems a bit extreme. Shibe dug a hole, but not just any hole. So you're gonna taunt 6 times here into 3 Omamas, pretty simple fight. As long as you don't just like spam taunt, because as I mentioned, taunt gets weaker over time, you will never die. You have plenty of HP. Okay, that's 5. One more taunt. Six. Okay. There is actually some RNG. The Yomama jokes pick from a pool, and there are some Yomama jokes that are way longer than others, so you can just like lose a little bit of time on text here and there if you just get really long jokes. So we actually do keep Shibe alive here for an extra turn than we really need to. We could Yomama turn earlier, but it's actually faster to keep him alive and kill them both on the same turn. Alright, so now we knocked him out. And that's GG, by the way. All the rest of the game is just text mashing, but there is some really good text. But there's like no variance from here on out. But the last boss is in fact Dog himself. And Brianna Lay is a woman of culture. She understands what the people want. So not only is Disc Girl on fire, the final boss is a Gygus reference from Earthbound.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah, and Palm has a bunch of really good one-liners here. She just said in the zone, auto zone. Surfs up Shinji-kun. A lot of really good stuff in this fight. Alright, so this will be the last attack on this fight. Time won't end for a little bit. There's actually going to be like a bonus fight. Sorry, you have to break up. It's not you, it's a me, Mario. Alright, so now Dog's like, dude, now that you've killed me, the very fabric of existence is going to shatter. No, no. And Palm's like, dude, I don't care. And now Shibe's here like, bro, maybe don't let Doggy Heaven fall apart. So now we have to beat Shibe for the 4th time this run. Press F for Shibe. Rip Shibe. If you don't kill Shibe here, that's how you get the other ending, by the way. But we just kill him here. Alright, time's coming up in just a few minutes after Happy End appears on screen.
A few seconds.
Yeah, so Palm can check Tumblr now. Great. Fantastic. Alright, and time.
Happy End!
Hooray. 1340. That's actually a pretty good time. I was hoping for like a 1340 or lower, so pretty good time. Nothing really went too wrong in that run. There's a couple like small movement errors, but really nothing to worry about. That was pretty good overall. So yeah, Palm brought down Doggy Heaven, but she willed Wi-Fi into existence. If you do the true end, Palm realizes that she can just fix the fabric of reality because she is God then, and she gets to add internet to Doggy Heaven as a whole. And everybody's like, dude, that old God sucked. We're so glad you killed him. So, all right. Well, it's Palm gets Wi-Fi. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on, Poke. We enjoyed it.
And remember to donate for a Petite Cup for Pokemon Stadium. Thank you.
You need Pika Cup?
No, Petite Cup. Please, please, Petite Cup.